Philosophy and science in ethical decision-making. Ethical decision-making can be guided by both philosophy and science. By understanding and applying these normative ethical theories, individuals and organizations can make well-reasoned, ethical decisions that promote the greater good, adhere to moral duties, and reflect virtuous character. Philosophy in ethical decision-making. Philosophical perspectives. Philosophy offers frameworks called normative ethical theories, which help determine how people ought to behave based on reason principles. Scientific perspectives. Descriptive ethical theories, grounded in psychology, describe how people typically behave in various contexts. These theories are based on empirical evidence, but are not the focus of this discussion. Normative ethical theories. Normative ethical theories provide the following approaches to assess the morality of decisions. Consequentialism. Focus on ends. This approach evaluates the morality of a decision based on the outcomes it produces. Utilitarianism advocates for actions that achieve the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Teleology focuses on the end goals or purposes of actions. Example: a company deciding to implement eco-friendly practices might weigh the benefits to the environment and society, helped, against any potential costs to shareholders or employees harmed. If the overall benefit outweighs the harm, the decision is considered ethical. Deontology. Focus on means. This approach considers the actions themselves, regardless of the outcomes. Key thinker, Immanuel Kant, an 18th century German philosopher. Principle: ethical behavior is determined by adherence to universal rules and duties. The morality of an action is judged by whether it follows these rules, not by its consequences. Example: if a company adheres to strict honesty in advertising regardless of potential profit loss, it is acting ethically according to deontological principles because it follows a duty to be truthful. Virtue theory. Focus on character. This approach emphasizes the moral character and virtues of the decision-maker. Roots. Derived from Greek philosophy, with a focus on cultivating virtues such as courage, self-control, justice, and wisdom. Practical wisdom. Phronesis combines experience and moral values to make prudent decisions. Example: an executive known for integrity and fairness, who consistently acts in the best interests of both employees and shareholders, embodies virtue theory. Their ethical decisions stem from their cultivated character and habits. Applying ethical theories in business. Corporate codes. Many companies have ethical codes of conduct. For instance, Johnson & Johnson's Our Credo outlines the company's responsibilities to various stakeholders, promoting ethical practices. Ethical rankings. Forbes annually lists companies deemed the most ethical based on their adherence to ethical standards, showcasing practical applications of ethical theories. Ethics across time and cultures. Historical influences. Virtue theory traces back to Greek philosophers like Socrates and Aristotle, who emphasized living a flourishing life through the practice of virtues. Modern perspectives. In the Harvard Business Review article, The Big Idea, the wise leader, Ikujiro Nanaka and Hirotaka Takeuchi discuss how practical wisdom, phronesis, is essential for ethical leadership. They argue that leaders must draw on both explicit and tacit knowledge, along with practical wisdom, to make morally sound decisions in real-world situations. Example: a CEO who uses practical wisdom to navigate complex ethical dilemmas, balancing profit with social responsibility, exemplifies this modern application of virtue theory.